Co działać? Duże na to. Duże jest budę. I rządzisz. Się pogoda zmienia, ale... O. Nie, no ładnie. Dżumie. Ciężko jest właściwie wygrać.
To byśmy tu wolniej jechali.
Nie da się wolno. Szybko jechać. Wyścig.
Już?
Red Bull. Wyścig Red Bulla. Nowy sezon.
To nie to... Ten wulkan, to cię poleje.
Jechać ostrożnie. To jest przed Julią. Jakiś kolega. I bank. Gubi. Tam go nie.
Szybciej wyprzeć go.
To go wyprzedzam. O, przejechali z kamera. Ale na chwilę. Ładnie. To było do Red Bulla. Jechali do Red Bulla.
Następnym razem to jadę dalej.
Red Bull Racing.
Hi boys and girls, Becky Evans here. I'm joining Motorfest for this new playlist and I didn't come alone.
Red Bull.
Summit of Maui on a playground dedicated
No.
to every possible racing discipline. We love it.
Chwileczka, daj. A, Juszko moja,
This playlist
Ameluszko.
you get to become a pro at every discipline and find out which discipline is the best. Can a motocross bike beat a rally car?
Patrz jakie gimisy
Can an
robią.
AGP beat an airplane? It's up
Red
to you
Bull.
to take on the craziest challenges and answer the questions that everyone's asking.
No.
I won't be the only
Ja
one
będę
hosting
dodawać
this playlist.
gaz.
Loads of stars will join us and give you all
Będę dodawać gazu i koniec. Ja będę rzucić się wszystko.
Ja tu dziecko tam.
the Red Bull experience.
Tatuś cię zje. Nie krzycz ty, Juszko
No
moja.
zaraz odjedę.
No,
The clash of disciplines starts now. To get the full experience, check out Sounds of Red Bull. New track list in the music player.
patrz co mamy.
Co?
No pokaż, o pokaż. O, jaka fajna. Siadaj. O wow.
Co?
To weź, bo ja cię muszę. Gdzie? Mamy jechać?
Nie wiem.
Idziemy dalej.
Another activity awaits.
O. Pomału.
Dobra.
Tu ja do następnej playlisty. Pomału, to jest prawda.
We start this Red Bull playlist with
Wow.
a rallycross race. Let's see how the Ford Puma Hybrid will fare against other rally monsters like the Audi Quattro, Citroen C3, or the Focus RS. But before that, take a look at Motorfest, the podcast.
Ja bym jechał. To jest ciężko.
No dobra. Miłego jechania.
Welcome to Motorfest, the podcast. Here, I get real with Red Bull athletes to tell us about the intensity of motorsports and the love they feel for it. And let's talk about Rallycross, which is the theme of the first playlist event. For the occasion, I asked two of the most exciting Rallycross names about their ideal car. Here are the Hanson brothers. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Timmy, if you were to describe your ultimate dream machine, what would it be?
Something like, what they have in Pikes Peak, a lot of power, a lot of suspension travel, being able to jump really far.
Kevin, over to you.
Like really long suspension travel, so you can jump like crazy. Rebel livery, red.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. The car you're about to drive meets a lot of Kevin and Timmy's criteria. I hope you guys will love it. Oh, and to listen to the full podcast, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just go to the Sounds of Red Bull tracklist of your music player. Enjoy the race.
Lecimy. Fajna.
Welcome to the Red Bull Playground, boys and girls. Becky Evans here, improvising as the voice of the playlist. Ray Waller, the official voice of the festival, is bedridden, but don't worry, he'll be back soon. I'll be commentating on what you see, and don't blink because things are going to happen fast. Drivers are entering a tunnel for the first time.
Szybko, potem będziemy lecieć.
Damy radę.
Now they have to adapt their driving to the tarmac. It's a cross-terrain race, just like this playlist, mixing all the disciplines of racing. Second lap, ladies and gentlemen. I've always wanted to say that. In my last podcast, Timmy Hanson explained how essential it is to gather enough speed, keep the nose up, and land flat for a successful jump. Woo! Looks like this one listens to the podcast. We have dirt legends on the grid today. I see the Audi S1 EKS RX Quattro, the 2016 World Champion, has started in first position. But the big surprise, undoubtedly the Ford Puma Hybrid Rally 1, the brand's first electrified rally car.
Trzecie okrążenie.
Last round, boys and girls.
Zaczęli powoli, bo możesz ich spotkać tam na końcu. Nie możesz się pierwszy.
prepare for our first speed clash.
Pokaż jeszcze raz to. Pokaż jeszcze raz tak. O, to szyjeczka taka fajna, kurwa. No, bo rozlejesz to. Co ty robisz? Siadaj. Zerko, tu. Stasiura, kobieta. Co ty robisz? Ej. Czekaj, chcę nie wiedzieć, gdzie mamy jechać. Prawo, jedziemy. Jedź!
It's time for a first clash of disciplines. 2 disciplines, 2 cars. Choose your discipline and prove that it can set the fastest time.
O!
Becky, your turn.
All right, boys and girls, I'm super excited because we get to see the first clash of motorsports. We're staying in the dirt, and you know the first opponent because we already saw it in action, the Puma. But for the second, you'll have to listen to my last interview.
Hi, I'm Robbie Madison. I'm freestyle motocross rider. I've done a lot of cool stunts.
As a champion athlete and stunt performer, what does flirting with the limit mean for you?
To me, flirting with the limit is like being in the moment. When you're able to flirt with the limit, you're operating at the full maximum potential that you're able to operate. That's the pinnacle, right? That's peak performance.
And you guys, are you ready to flirt with the limit? Team Hanson or Team Madison?
Teraz zaś takie chodzą, fajne. Dobra, ej, już, gramy. No to bierzemy.
Nie robi farmą.
You've chosen the KTM 450. Get ready to push boundaries like Robbie would.
To ty z mają auta, nie motory.
A ja mam motor.
You're witnessing a real speed clash. The first one to the finish.
O, chyba nie. A to ty do mnie jedzie?
Are on the same course, but to keep things fair, they'll diverge onto
Ten
separate
ma
routes
szybsze.
designed to let each
Motory
vehicle
ci
work
mówią,
to its
właśnie.
potential.
On ma szybką górę. On ma
The course is about to split. Straight ahead for the
Nie.
car,
O,
right for the motorcycle.
idzie wyprzedzi sobie.
The KTM definitely has the advantage of airtime, which is much better at jumping. But the Puma can deal with asphalt and is more reliable on straights. Both have their strong points. Which one will exploit theirs best?
Idź tam problem. Szybko taka.
No matter the vehicle, dirt requires reflexes.
On
But
chce
above all,
próbował
instinct.
wyprzedzić.
Making the right choices quickly is the key to surviving the race.
We'll get it this time.
Tego cały będzie teraz praktycznie.
No.
Motorem, tutaj, przodu się jedzie.
I chyba pierwszy ktoś nie wie. Ten motor chyba nie jest zbyt ważny. co tak stuka?
And the KTM wins!
Jakoś się udało.
O,
Ale...
średnio się tym motorem. O, co tam się stało?
Opalił ogień.
O, co tam Pójdź,
Daj.
pójdź. Tak, musimy wiedzieć, gdzie mamy. Nie.
The dirt chapter is finished. We're moving on to asphalt vehicles. We start quietly, and I use big quotation marks, with a little warm-up ride and a racing bike.
Pomału.
Ale jako zawsze to... Nie tu.
Tu czy nie tu? Tu. Odejdź no, idź tu. No mi się źle.
No ja powinien...
Back to the podcast studio. Listen to this, folks. What you're hearing is the sound of the KTM RC16 2022 version, and that's my guess for today.
Pay attention, boys and girls. This event can seem simple, but it's crucial for our driver. A time attack to test whether the driver can handle the next clash of disciplines.
Dobra.
The glass bend is undoubtedly a playground landmark, and no lie, it's definitely not safe. The RC16 is a little marvel. We had to wait until 2017 to see the RV KTM factory join the competition. The brand has won everything in other competitions, so it was time to see them take on moto racing. agonizing decision.
Czekam, muszę dowiedzieć, gdzie on jest. A to jest tu blisko, jedź.
Clash of disciplines in sight.
Poczekaj.
When a racing bike beats a racing car, it's a real battle for the asphalt.
Czekaj. Chyba będzie do wyboru.
Auto weź.
Chyba
For the
bez
next
walki,
one,
no.
we'll put two disciplines in a head-to-head race and see which one crosses the line first. Racing car or racing bike? Which one is the best? Will it be the beautiful Ferrari 488 in its circuit version or the KTM RC16 that we all know has great skills? I'm leaning towards the bike. It's lighter and its top speed flirts with 224 miles per hour. It's the logical choice, but aren't we here to defy the laws of logic? Racing car addicts, it's up to you to prove otherwise. Ferrari meets Red Bull.
No individual courses today. It's a pure face-off on a circuit designed for both vehicles. So I don't want to hear any sore losers complaining. May the best win.
To nie, bo się pewnie rozkręciliśmy. Jest z tyłu, widzisz?
On track this evening, the KTM RC16 takes on the Ferrari 488 GT3.
Ferrari to
600
Ferrari.
horsepower, 2,777 pounds for the
Pamela, nie?
Italian machine, while the Austrian Stallion boasts only 270 horsepower, but for 346 pounds. Not insignificant.
O,
The car and the bike can both turn well at speed, but it's the exit of the turn and the entry into the next one that will be decisive.
nie. Od A do B. Punkty.
This section of the course isn't a track. It's been specially resurfaced to provide a little extra speed.
Wasza, dobra. Słońce nie razi.
Look at the volcano smoke. So cool. Regardless of who wins, this clash has a lot to live up to. The Ferrari, standard bearer of racing cars, has just put an end to the discussion.
Nie ma szans.
Przecież to jest taki szybki, że możesz prawdziwy udział wziąć.
Nowy wiesz? Co moja kuźwa taka? Daj taka jedzko, taka moja, taka, mamy. Dawaj.
Radio Flash. Hear all the insights on the world of
No co to ma
racing
robiła?
sounds of Red Bull, the official channel of motorsport.
Co to się stało? Jedź. Pomału. Tu, blisko, dobra, pół. O, prawdziwy formowiarz.
Oj, oj, ty to nie? Ty dasz
Boys and girls,
radę.
I hope you can keep up because we're about to go hard with the elite of motorsports, the AGP. Cars that can easily go up to 220 miles per hour. And because we always want more in this playlist, we added stages. It's going to be strategic. And as always, I did my homework and talked all things racing with a pro driver. You might know him, Yuki Tsunoda. Could you break down what you feel your driving style is for us watching you on the screen?
My dad used to teach me a lot about braking. Definitely, I like to adapt braking. Recently, last Grand Prix was a bit too much sometimes, and yeah, unfortunately, a couple of times went to the wall. You know, it feels great when you feel the G-force, you know, with the maximum longitudinal G-force when you have nailed the great braking.
And beside braking hard, be focused at the start. It's decisive for the rest of the race.
Drivers are focused. The start is imminent. Let's go. A full AGP race, using boosts in the right place at the right time, will be decisive.
A co miała za małe?
Second lap. It's raining. It's going to be a completely different race from now on. The RB Museum is on this circuit. 4 generations, RB 13, 14, 18 and 20. 7 years of evolution from Renault to Honda engines. Between them, these 4 account for more than 70 podiums. Ultimate lap. Drivers, if you've got any extra nitro, now's the time to use it. superb victory. Proof that RB AGP just keeps getting better and better.
You've just discovered the RB20. You can keep it, but what follows? And you can also opt for a vehicle that's a little less earthbound. The choice is yours.
Back to the podcast, guys. As you've seen, the playground we haven't experienced so far. The sky. I was lucky enough to feature Luke Chapella, Red Bull Air Race pilot, famous for being the first to land the plane on the very tiny helipad 600 feet in the air.
I'd love to know more about the bullseye stunt. There's an attempt, and then the plane like bounces and you keep going, and I had a heart attack and was like, oh my god.
I almost got a heart attack on the first one as well. It took me like 650 practice landings before I went for the actual landing on the helipad. So for an athlete to come out from what I thought was a failure, but that was quite challenging.
So cool. The video is online, you have to check it out. The next race is the most experimental of the playlist. AGP versus stunt plane. Place your bets.
Extra! That's not just my reaction, but also the name of your flying machine. Unsurprisingly, the AGP has the advantage on startup, but once the plane is airborne, it's a different story. If you're a Red Bull addict, you'll probably know that this isn't the first time an AGP and a plane have been put on the same grid. Last time, it was in a straight line in a drag race. Here the plane will have to make very tight turns if it wants to keep up with the AGP, which is much more accustomed to doing so. That's really exciting! I'm sure you're familiar with the RB20 on the track today, certainly more so than its aerial rival. Stressed for 10G and capable of reaching 975 meters per minute, its size makes it the perfect aerobatic aircraft. Let's hope our pilot will give us a taste. We enter the second lap. Neither of them wants to give up. This succession of turns is tricky. the turn waiting at the end. We won't be seeing another race like this anytime soon.
One more clash to close this Red Bull playlist. This one is big. Confronting two disciplines is not enough. So Motorfest and Red Bull are offering you the choice of three. Which is the best? Becky asked our Red Bull athletes what they think.
In your honest opinion, between rally, AGP and motor racing, which is the most intense discipline? The one that brings the craziest sensations?
I think it's motor racing, actually. Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
I think F1, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'd go for Formula One.
Rallycross, moto racing, or AGP? Here comes the ultimate challenge of the playlist, but also the end of the podcast. But I'm never far away. I'm always on the air. You find all the podcasts on the Sounds of Red Bull tracklist. And then I don't know why, but I feel like we'll see each other again soon. It's off to the apex of the playlist.
AGP, champion of all motorsports? Yeah, it makes sense. Who will cross the line first in this head-to-head race? Answer in, about a few minutes. The rally car has already changed its course to reach the dirt.
Co to robisz? Jest, zrobiła szybko. Ale chodźcie. Pora jest to z Polski.
Each vehicle has its own special route designed to match its strengths. The AGP stands out for its speed and
Ale
range
nie będą takich wozów, wyścigi nie będzie, tylko będą takie zero. To jeszcze góra, to tak, tam działo. Ale Ela, no niektórzy już spodenki zakładają, grille, już na grille się szykują. To są nienormalni. No, węgiel na grille. Wziął mu powiedzieliście popieleć, nie? Nie przesadzają naprawdę, nie? Myślę, że nie wiadomo co to jest. Nie? Amela, weź tam porządek zrób. Jest tyle tego, że masakra.
The AGP It's been ahead
No
for the
dobrze.
moment, but don't
Chyba
forget
weź tam
that
te
this
za
round
jakieś
is the
tutaj
longest.
patrz.
Everything can
Co
still
ty było?
change.
A to się do jutra wytrzyma, nie? To nie jest to
Time for the family photo. We're coming to the end. We're about to find out who's going to win the ultimate racetrack, the Speed War. The AGP won, ladies and gentlemen. The Queen of Motorsports, the one and only.
It's time to reap your reward. Your vehicle is ready for you to claim. End of Speed Clash, the first milestone in a promising relationship between Red Bull and Motorfest. I'm sure this is just the beginning. You've discovered a multitude of racing vehicles in this playlist, all of them motorsports gems. But we had to choose just one for the reward. We thought maybe you wouldn't mind having a friendly branded Ferrari in your garage. The Ferrari F48 GT3 FA Corse is just for you.
Nie, to jest Ferrari.
May I be of assistance, driver?
Lady Sparka idą. Też